Tell me what kind of man would treat his woman so cold and treat you like you're nothing when you're worth more than gold. Girl, to me you're like a diamond. I love the way you shine. $100 million treasure. I give the world to make you mine. I'd put a string of pearls right in your hands. Make love on a beach of jet black sand. Outside in the rain, we can do it all night. I kiss you in some places he would not, and some you never knew would get you hot. Nothing is forbidden when we touch. Baby, I wanna do all the things your man won't do. I do them for you. Kind of man who treat his woman so cold and treat you like you're nothing when your world's more than gold. Girl, to me you're like a diamond. I love the way you shine. $100 million treasure. I give the world to make you mine. I'd put a string of diamonds in your hands. Make a love on beach of black sands. Okay, we're in Olga in the building, Nick in the building, Sai in the building, Geo Pakistan in the building, Kieran Dyer in the building, Kieran Dyer, the footballer, Winifred in the building, Ramsey in the building, Hell DJ in the building, Chantel in the building, Ari in the building, Marilyn in the building, Migo Prince in the building. What's that say? Abgay, Pedro, sorry. Adgaze, Pedro. What's that say? Bix, Rachel, Honey, Belisa, user 2821, A1X, Alice in the building, Ross in the building. What's that? Randolph in the building, Sween in the building, Big G in the building. What's that say? Chris in the building, Evie in the building, AC9 in the building, Happy in the building, Catherine in the building. What's that say? YDA, Husey in the building. What's that? Top Slim Shady in the building, B1DVE in the building, Rail in the building, Yun in the building. What's that say? A1BVQ87 in the building, OLW, Rock 3A, Fang in the building, Lock Padder in the building. What's that? I can't even see that. EW, Lackhart in the building, Emily Broad in the building, A1X3, Red in the building, Dav in the building, Bruce 5B, MJ99, A1X, 3K in the building, Andy in the building, Tracy A in the building, Trigger in the building, Husey in the building, Hannah in the building. Okay, let's get a start. Firstly, what I'm doing now is actually yesterday's show, I was supposed to do a show yesterday, ate a big meal, fell asleep. Next thing I know, I woke up, it was 6:45 in the morning. I'm like, should I do the show? So it's too late, man. If I do the show now, they'll be complaining. So I said, sure, let me do it tomorrow. So, this is actually yesterday's show, apart from one story. So, we've got this guy here, this singer called Blueface. He was stabbed in the gym yesterday. So like Blueface, he's an R&B singer or rapper, and he also does boxing. So he's in a boxing gym and he was training, and some guy just wanders in and stabs him. Boy, I don't know, man. I don't know what the circumstances are. Some people say he was a hater. He was jealous of Blueface's career. So somewhere in Los Angeles, the guy just walks in and stabs Blueface in the leg. I mean, some people think, oh, you just stabbed somebody in the leg. It's nothing. But if you hit someone's artery, it's very serious, man. It's not good. Jackie Love 1, Eileen, AAP, what's I say, Yads, I don't know, WYDS, XE2U, C1EZP, Trigger in the building. Yeah? So let's wish Blueface a speedy recovery, because they're saying the fight's off. But what a way Blueface has improved. Man, when he first started, it was ridiculous, but now he's actually looking good. Yeah, the day before I actually spoke about how Blueface got beat up by Floyd. Floyd was going easy on him, but he was landing some heavy shots on him. And then in particular, he told his girlfriend to shut up. What's her name? Chris Shawn. Yeah? So he told her to keep quiet, stop talking. So, everywhere he goes, he's with this girl. And she's extremely toxic. I mean, in some way, she must be connected with him being stabbed. She has to be. Because, like, the two are inseparable. She's very toxic. Yeah? And when the truth comes out of why he done it, in some way she would have to be involved. Oh, I don't like the way you talk to her or what you're doing with her. It would have to be, because you can't see one without the other, like Laurel and Hardy. If you see Laurel, you see Hardy, yeah? Peanut butter and jello, yeah? You can't have peanut butter without jello. You can't see one without the motherfucking other, but he's supposed to be a solo artist. In some way, she would have to influence his thought process. Trust me. Yeah? When the case finally goes through, in some way, her name would have to be mentioned in it for some reason. Yo, who's that? What's that say? Big old farmer. Oh, big old farmer, yo. What's that say? Snyder Brabin. Hello, Snyder. What's that say? Big old farmer. Is that D.T.G? Is that D.T.G's dad? Yes, I am D.T.G's dad. I taught him how to fight in Nigeria. Bro gonna make me act up. Are you still strong? Because you're African. Who's blood boxing? The air clearly. Okay. The police. What's it say? Rubinek. Okay. What else we got here? Yeah. So Larry Holmes demonstrates correct way of the jab. Yeah. Now, for some of the younger people, Larry Holmes was like this really good boxer, heavyweight boxer. And, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Yeah. And they actually used to refer to him as Muhammad Ali's ugly sparring partner. But also, when Muhammad Ali's career was coming to an end, he beat Muhammad Ali very badly in a fight. Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's was coming in. He was kind of sick. So people thought, he should lay off Muhammad Ali, but he destroyed him, right? So a lot of people are angry at him for that. But like, he had a boxing career where he had 48 consecutive heavyweight fights that he won. Yeah. Then Michael Spinks beat him in his 49th fight. If he had won that 49th fight, he would have drew Rocky Marciano's record of 49 consecutive wins, but he lost to Michael Spinks. But Larry Holmes was a very good boxer. I think he was 7 times. I mean, for 7 years, he was world champion. Yeah. But what happened now? Like, I watched the video. He said the jab is like a slap. He just kind of throws it like a slap. He brings it back quick. Bang, bang. He goes, what the top fighters do now, yeah, is like that. He said there's nothing wrong with it, but make it be like a slap, then you turn it and make it real quick. So he kind of slaps like that, then he turns it. So, but the funny thing is, he says that he's arguably the greatest heavyweight that ever lived, yeah. Then the other heavyweight who people consider to be the greatest is Lennox Lewis, and Lennox Lewis throws it completely different. Isn't that funny? Lennox Lewis throws it like this, and he kind of steps forward. The hand is out, when the way Lennox does it, and then he steps in. He said that's the correct way to throw a jab. Like when Wilder was getting a bit famous, Lennox Lewis had him here in the UK. It must have been his house, outside of his house, because it was in the night and it was like a residential area. So Lennox Lewis was showing Wilder the correct way to throw a jab. So both of them have a completely different way of throwing a jab, which they think is the best way. It's total opposite of the other, and both of them are considered, arguably, could be the best heavyweight that ever lived. So what does that tell you? Well, that kind of tells you, you can do it your way, but if you can make it special, you can make it special for yourself. Lennox does it completely different from Larry Holmes, and both of them are arguably the best. But like I said, who's had 48 consecutive heavyweight fights without a loss? Only Larry Holmes. Snyder, Brabham, the police, Arabic writing in the building. Okay, what else we got here? Alright, David Hayes says he needs to get behind. Now we need to get behind Triple D, yeah? Daniel Dynamite Dubois for his Saturday night fight with Usyk. Yeah, David Hayes said we need to get behind him, but when he's talking, he's not talking to everyone, is he? He's talking to UK people. Yeah, we need to get behind him. Stands a puncher's chance. He didn't quite put it like that, but we need to get behind him. But we will see what happens with that. Well, like I said, this was yesterday's. So I was going to say how Floyd told Blueface's girlfriend to stop talking. We've done that. Yeah, we've got... Oh, right. KSI versus Tommy Fury press conference by Dazn. Like, Dazn is a big name in boxing, and that's who's promoting his fights. Yeah? Amazing. So KSI and Fury, they're doing a face-off. The KSI pushed Fury, and then John Fury jumped in and had to be restrained. Yeah? But some of that, when John Fury kicked over the table, it started to seem a bit pantomime. Yeah, started seeming like a bit of pantomime, and in fact, that's what Fury said after. I saw him. He said, "Well, it was great promotion for the fight." Yeah, but then man, the people get heated, in boxing, and everybody thinks it's about them making kickoff. It's very volatile, and then John Fury was talking. Anyway, I don't want to go into that, man. Said he's the dad of the great one, the king of boxing, or something like that. Yeah, he started gyrating. I mean, I can't really blame him, can you? It's his chance, you know what I mean, to be famous. Yeah, his son. He always had a dream for his son to be the heavyweight champion of the world. In fact, in the interview, he said he had a lot of miscarriages. Yeah, and then when Tyson was born, he was born premature, and then the way the nurse spoke to him in the hospital was like he was gonna die. Forget about it. They didn't even want him to see his own baby. Like, who do these fucking people think they are? Can you believe that? And if you're a weak person, you'll just listen to everything they say, and they'll fucking get rid of your child for no reason. Yeah. And we've just had this fucking hoe who's been locked up for doing all this stuff. Yeah. So they said to John, "Oh, don't forget about it. He's premature. You won't. No, 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 no. Let me see my son. Let me see my child. Let me see my baby." When he saw the baby, and then he said he just held up his fist. Yeah, the baby Tyson just held up his fist, and then he looked at him and you could see a twinkle in his eye. He knew he'd be okay. Yeah. So then he said, "No, no, no," and then he took his baby or whatever he done. Today we have, yeah, the greatest heavyweight of this era, Tyson Luke Fury. Okay. What's that say? Bruce. Bruce S. Sock. Kai Kenyan in the building. Bruce in the building. User 133901. Left foot creep. Right foot creep. Okay. What was I saying? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So he grabs his private parts and started gyrating, and then says, "I'm the father of the king of the world." And he says, "Fuck KSI." But like I said, his dad apologized about that yesterday. He done a press conference and he apologized for swearing, etc., etc. Okay, so Floyd wants Teofimo Lopez to fight Tank Davis, but it's difficult because they're representing different boxing organizations. That's how silly boxing is now. So Tank Davis, Javante Davis, and Teofimo Lopez can fight, but they're representing different boxing organizations. So it's going to be hard to bring the fight together. You would have thought that's how it works, wouldn't you? You would think they're both in some different group. It doesn't matter. So they're going to fight. But apparently, according to Floyd Mayweather, they're in different organizations, so it's hard to bring them together to fight. What's that say? Michael. Galaxy loves Nova in the building. Yeah? Well, they're going to get together sooner or later, isn't it? That would be some hell of a fight. Yeah? Tank Davis versus Teofimo Lopez. I mean, in Teofimo's last fight, man, the guy was amazing, man. That level of boxing, like, you know, that would definitely have to be in the top 5 of the best boxing displays I've ever seen. And that was against this dude here from Scotland, isn't it? Josh Taylor. He really boxed so well, man. He made it look so easy. Like all this stuff he does in training, and it just looked like he's mucking about, playing around. He was able to do that right in that fight. Yeah? Next level. So he'll be doing all this stuff. And then, obviously, if Tank can hit him, because what's his name knocks him down? Australian dude knocks him down. Yeah? He got back up. Just like a flash knockdown. Yeah? Didn't really have much effect on him. But, you know, Kambosos, that's the name. Kambosos knocked him, Teofimo, down. But like I say, that wasn't a real Teofimo. That Teofimo was sick. He was recovering from pneumonia. He had fluid on the lung. Yeah, but nonetheless, like Tank said with his own mouth, Tank said he hits like a cruiserweight. Yeah, yeah, he hits like a cruiserweight. So if Tank hits Teofimo, he could do damage. It would be a really good fight if they could get that on. What else we got here now? Yeah, Usyk trick. Oh yeah. I saw a funny video. Did you see that weird video